Well, it's an episode of Barman Saturdays, and I decided to continue my dive through this collection with White Zombie. I have to admit, I have mixed feelings about this film, but I suppose we should talk a bit more about some of its cultural significance, because this did, serve as the inspiration for the name of the band White Zombie, and is why Rob Zombie calls himself, Rob Zombie. So this 1932 film, it's definitely had cultural impacts well beyond the 30s. And there's definitely aspects of zombie, lore and stuff that, has stuck around from this film, which is considered the first feature length, zombie movie. Albeit it definitely doesn't feature, a modern concept of a zombie, because we're not dealing with the undead in this film. We're dealing with people that have basically been rendered completely comatose mentally. They're just not there anymore, and the zombie master can control their bodies. Though how much of this is considered magic or psychic powers in science, I'm not sure. He appears to use a substance to, cause them to go comatose so they can be controlled, but his method of controlling them isn't to give them orders because their mind can still interpret those and follow them, at least not verbally. Instead, he, clenches his hands together, and this allows him to, send orders out to them somehow. It's not really explained. And I feel like it definitely would have been beneficial if they did explain it a bit. Like, is this a combination of science and magic, or is the the stuff he's using not so much a drug as a potion? If you want to go the magic route, then please go that route. If you want to, I'm fine with it. But don't make it seem like it's both, because it just makes things more confusing when you combine what definitely feels like it had to be like some sort of magical or psychic ability combined with the science stuff. It's just like, pick a lane.
Only a pinpoint, a silver one, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower.
As for the film itself, I'm just like I've mentioned earlier. I think I'm very mixed about it, because the acting is adequate at the best of times. Like, the only one that does a really good job is Bela Lugosi, because he just does a master of that cold, dead stare. That just haunts you. But everyone else, at best is serviceable in their roles. Like, they're not impressing me with their delivery. And then, there's just the pacing. It's very slow at times. Like, almost sleep-inducing. You're like, can something please happen that I actually can get invested in? Because we spend a bunch of time watching Neil at one point just wander around, sobbing and drunk, chasing hallucinations. And it's just like, can you get this to a point, where it actually contributes to the story in a meaningful way? Because watching this guy be a sad drunk is kind of disappointing, or depressing, I suppose. And the ending just kills this film, in my opinion. Like, any momentum it starts to get near the end with the zombie master being taken out and him accidentally destroying his own zombies when he's knocked out, and the zombie bride, regaining her awareness because the zombie master is now dead, is completely lost by them turning the final moments before a kiss can happen into a joke where a priest slaps Neil on the back and he's like, "Got a light?" And just like screw you. Like, I literally dropped an F-bomb when I saw that. I'm just like, it completely ruins the ending of the film, in my opinion, because this is not a funny line.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Like, I know he asked for, a light multiple times in an earlier scene, because he likes to, smoke a pipe, but that was the worst possible timing to try and do that. So, yeah, I don't know what they're thinking when they made that shot. You honestly think Bela Lugosi, because I guess he had some control over the shooting for the film, even doing some reshoots and edits, on what you think they thought the film should do for this low budget. And yeah, it's a bit surprising he's in a low budget film like this at the time this film was made, because it's 1932, so it's literally a year after he had made Dracula, or was the star of Dracula. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in this low budget film for $5,000. just seems a bit weird he would take such a deal. But I suppose it did show, where his acting career went not too long after. Because by the time he got to like 1940, that was kind of just his stick was doing, low budget movies. Kind of depressing for some, I suppose. For me, it's just like it's so old news. It's hard to be sad about it. But I have to admit, he does have acting chops, and is probably the best performer in this entire film. But the only thing the film does have going for it is the atmosphere, and that it left a lasting impact on the zombie genre with that dead-eyed stare, among other things. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. I mean, I can't say it's so bad it's not worth watching, but at the same time, it's not good enough where I'd say it's really worth devoting your time to watch it. Even if you're a zombie fan. So it's a toss up. If you want to watch it, feel free to do so. But I'd say it's a rather skippable movie, despite its importance to the genre as a whole. Till next time, then. See ya.